So you probably already know how important it is to recover lost sales. You may even know that 70% of people that click add to cart don't end up placing an order. But what you didn't know is that 30% of those people end up going to place an order with your competitor, which is not what we want. So today I'm going to share with you the exact framework behind millions of dollars in recovered sales for the brands that I've worked with over the last 4 years. Now this has produced results like 190K in 30 days and $115,000 in 30 days just from recovered sales. These are sales that either wouldn't have happened or they would have had to cough up more money on retargeting ads to get those customers back across the finish line. You probably run a Shopify brand. You're probably already spending money on ads and hopefully are planning to scale your brand up, meaning spend more money on ads over the course of 2025. But you may have also noticed rising ad costs and you want to make your marketing system more efficient. And that's what we're going to do here today. Now, if you love giving a bunch of money to Mark Zuckerberg, if you think your customers and business are going to fail in the next 90 days, or simply just hate the idea of building a big brand, you probably shouldn't be here. But I want to start with the story of my friend, Jimmy. And that's my boy right here. He is scaling his brand and he's spending more money on ads, driving more people than he's ever had before to his website, all with the goal of getting more revenue, which he is getting. That dashboard is looking good. But what he couldn't have predicted is that he's getting these customers at a higher cost. His conversion rate is going down because of the bigger pool of people, and the profit margins are slipping. So even though his Shopify dashboard is looking good, the margins on the back end aren't. And so I had to take a look at the back end. And this is what I find most of the time when I audit a new brand, is I see one email sent 2 hours after someone abandoned their checkout. And you can see there's 3 problems right here, right? It's the timing, it's the frequency, and the lack of an offer. Now the timing, 2 hours is too long. In that time, they could be part of that 30% that go to your competitor and never come back. So we got to act faster. The frequency is a massive thing because he only has one email here, which means he needs to compress his entire objection handling tactics into one piece of content. And the attention span on an email is 8 to 11 seconds, meaning you're not dealing with a lot of time and people aren't reading a book on your emails. So putting that all together is not the right equation for getting more recovered sales. And finally, the lack of an offer. In this situation, you either have a really good offer or you have no offer, but there's nothing that's coming after it. And that doesn't help you build authority with anyone. And it sure as hell gives up a portion of your sales for those that do. To understand why this doesn't work is looking at why people actually abandon their checkouts. Primarily, it's extra costs that they don't see on your product page, like shipping and taxes and other fees. Next is trust and a confusing checkout experience. So if your prices are too high or your checkout experience has too many forms, they're spending too much time trying to deliberate placing an order. And they already abandoned a checkout once, they're not afraid to do it again. But when you know about timing, frequency, and offer escalation, and you know the reasons why people abandon their checkout in the first place, you're going to see how this fits all together in the framework that I use for the brands that I work with. Now, you can see here, we're going to cover timing, frequency, and offer escalation. First, with timing, 30 minutes after someone abandons their checkout, they're getting that first email. And they aren't getting a special offer with it because many of these guys and gals just need the reminder to get across the finish line. They don't need an extra offer. They already added it to their cart. Brands that give up 15, 20, 25% on that first email in the abandoned checkout series are giving away the house for free. Now we work our way up in the offering, but we don't start as high as possible. Now on the timing, you're also going to notice there's only max 2 days between an email because we want to be interacting with them as close to the initial event as possible. And next, with frequency, we have 5 emails, which allows us to space out our objection handling over time and direct the customer's attention more efficiently. Now, as far as the offer escalation goes, we start with no offer. And then on the second and third email, we pair social proof and guarantees with free shipping, which is 48% of the people that abandon your checkout. And then next on the fourth and fifth email, we pick up the urgency, we pick up the scarcity, and we actually give them a discount on their order. First, we're going to give them 10%, and then we're going to give them 20%. Now, what this does is lets us meet them where they're at in the sales cycle. If the person that gets the fifth email hasn't placed an order after the first four, they need that extra financial incentive. So when you do this properly and you pair these different sales and objection handling tactics with the real reasons people are not checking out, you're able to produce insane results and recover so many more sales without spending more on retargeting, without quadrupling your budget. Your marketing system will be way more efficient, so people are spending more when they order and ordering more frequently. Now, this is just one part of everything I do for the brands that I work with. I build entire retention marketing systems for online brands looking to do more with the dollars they're spending on paid media. And over the last 4 years, we've been able to get results just like this, increasing their email revenue from 85K to 492K in just 90 days, or from 200K to 700K in 90 days, or from 90 to 230K in 90 days. You can do all this on your own. There's a lot of resources online, including my YouTube channel. If you want to make more revenue with your email list, shoot me a DM. I'd love to see if we're a good fit. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next video, and I'm happy you're here.